gotta have the whiteboard, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm ready to go. You guys ready? All right, sweet, nice. 3, 2, 1. Shiki boom. Hey everybody, Vic Strizheus here, and welcome to this special video presentation on how to become a super affiliate. My goodness, I gotta tell you, over 190,000 people have been waiting to get access to this presentation, and for a good reason. If you're a marketer, if you're promoting something right now, if you're an affiliate, if you're somebody who is promoting an informational product or building a company, building a team, how do you do it better, right? Look, so for example, take a look at this. If you are here, this is what we're going to be covering in this video, right? If you are here right now, all right, you are at point A, and you want to get to point B over here, right? So maybe this point B is your goal. You started in this industry and you want to make an extra, I don't know, $10,000, all right, a month is what you're going for, right? Maybe you just got started, or maybe you have been at it for a little bit, right? But you want to go from here to here fast, right? How do you do that? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about here. In fact, here's what I'm going to be sharing with you. I'm going to share with you how I started from zero myself and raised myself to a super affiliate status, generating over $100,000 per week in sales. Okay? And how you can model some of this stuff. I think it's going to be really, really good for you. Now, let's begin with this. What is a super affiliate? So I'd like to identify and kind of get into this, because we're going to dive straight into this training, because there's one thing that I learned in my business career as an online marketer over the last decade, and that one thing allowed me to literally go from being nobody, from struggling and not getting any sales, to raising myself to a super affiliate status. And a super affiliate is somebody who can drive large amounts of sales at will for any product, any company, any niche at any time. So this is basically, the best affiliates, promoters out there in the industry, the top 1%, of them. So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about, and how you can do certain things in a certain way to get yourself there fast. Okay, and very, very few people know what understand this stuff, and specifically what I'll be teaching you. So it's going to be very interesting. Listen, get comfortable, right? I'm going to go rather quickly, so if you are taking notes, take notes, but because I'm going to give you massive amounts of information here. I'm going to give you a lot of golden nuggets that, if applied in your business, I believe can completely transform your business virtually overnight. Just like that, my friend, because I've done it for myself, many other people. It's been proven and it works. All right, so if you want to go from wherever you are right now and just crush it virtually overnight, pay very close attention, close off your chats, your Facebooks, all that stuff. We're going to be talking about this, because I'm not here to talk about myself. I really want to talk to you about you right here, right? And a lot of you know me. A lot of you probably here for the first time. So we'll meet each other here in a moment, right? Before we do anything, I want to give you this fine print, my friend, right? Here's the thing. I will be showing you extraordinary things, and very few marketers and business coaches can show you the kind of stuff that I'm going to be showing you here, right? I am not a typical marketer, okay? And please understand that. My results are definitely not typical. And you know what? Speaking of typical, you don't want to be typical either, right? Typical marketers make no money. Typical marketers have no business. Typical marketers struggle. You don't want to be typical, right? So we're going to be talking about stuff that's not typical. I cannot or will not guarantee you any income or result whatsoever. Listen, I don't know you, right? If anybody guarantees you anything, and especially in business, they're probably lying to you about other things too. So my friend, all I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you and just kind of take you behind my business curtain, so to speak, and show you what's working for me right now, today, okay? What's getting me the best results. And so, feel free to model this information, feel free to model these ideas, and in fact, I hope, that you go out there and you model some of this stuff, because it's really, really cool. It works extremely well for me. Pretty sure if you model some of these strategies, it can probably work really, really cool for you as well. But, hey, it's going to be up to you to implement them, and put them to action. And if you don't have a business right now, if you're not promoting anything, if you're just looking to get started, I think it's going to be really, really cool way for you to get into the game and actually, start producing and start succeeding from the get-go, right? So we'll talk about this. Now, here is another thing. This is not for everybody, all right? Here is who this is for. I want to be very, very specific, because I may not know you, you may not know me, so I don't want to be wasting your time over here. So, let me just tell you who this is for, who this is not for. This is for an affiliate marketer who wants to crush it. So if you are promoting an affiliate offer, right? Maybe somebody else's product, ClickBank products, or any other affiliate offer where somebody else owns the product, right? And you're just promoting for commissions. This is going to be for you. If you're a network marketer who wants to become a top earner, so if you're building a team as a network marketing representative or in the network marketing company, maybe you're building a multi-level marketing company, right? You're building a team. You want to become a top income earner in whatever you're doing in that company. You want to crush your competition, right? No matter the size of the company, this is for you. If you are somebody who's just getting started and you have no product, you have no website, but you're very, very hungry, like Les Brown says, right? He says, like, you gotta be hungry, man. You gotta be hungry, right? If you're hungry for success, my friend, if you're hungry, if you failed over and over and over again, right? If you're like, man, I just wanna finally succeed in this thing, right? Online marketing thing. This is for you. We're going to be talking about exactly how do you do that, right? Now, this is not for the following people. This is not for somebody who is unwilling to entertain a new idea or approach. If you're so set in your whatever you're doing right now, you're unwilling and you're just so closed-minded that you're not going to entertain any new ideas, this is not for you. You might be wasting your time here, right? If you're somebody who is selling a commodity type product, such as, corn, wheat, light bulbs, I don't know, lights or whiteboards or whatever else, right? This is not necessarily going to be directly for you, not this particular presentation, right? We can talk about some of that stuff other time. This is not for somebody who is comfortable where they are now and doesn't want to grow or scale, all right? So if you're comfortable with where you are right now, if you're whatever amount of money you're earning right now, you don't want to scale it, you don't want to grow it, you don't want to expand it, you're cool, right? You might be wasting your time over here because we're going to be talking about how do you break the record in whatever you're doing. How do you set a new a new record for your company, for your sales quota, for yourself as a marketer? That's what we're going to be talking about, okay? Simple ideas, my friend, but work like magic, all right? We're going to talk about this. Now, if we never met, all right, you might be wondering, who is this Vic guy, right? How do I, why should I listen to him? Who is he? Let me, if I may, right, with your permission, introduce myself. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself yet, so let me tell you a little bit about who I am, so you have a little bit of an idea, right, of who you're listening to and who this guy, Vic guy is. So, I'm a 31-year-old husband, father of 5, almost 6. Thank you, Jesus. Been married for over 10 years now. Currently live in South Dakota, and this is a picture of my beautiful family that God has gifted me with. I am an entrepreneur, a speaker, author, and business coach. I am known as a go-to strategist for traffic and conversions in this industry. I'm creator of products you might have heard of, such as Internet Traffic Formula, High Traffic Academy, founder of High Traffic Academy, actually, and some of the highest converting marketing systems and funnels that in the industry. I, been fortunate enough and blessed and privileged enough to work and coach over 87,000 students now that have gone through our trainings directly. Not like indirect stuff, but direct trainings from me. Over 87,000 students from over 150,000 from over 150 countries around the world. Here is what you. At the end of the day, I'm the guy who loves the Lord. I love my family and I love people. That's what drives me. Business is great, and if you can do certain things in a certain way in business, everything else is just gets taken care of, right? Miraculously. So I might be a little weird in one area though, right? Unlike a lot of marketers that you see out there, I built my business on a little bit of a different foundation. And that foundation comes from a book, the greatest book ever written on success. And I always refer to that because that's how I build my business, and that's my foundation for my business, and that's on this principle. Whoever desires to be great among you shall be your servant. Okay, comes right from Mark 10:43. And so I have, over the last 10 years, I have been building my business on this principle, and it served me really, really good. The beginnings were kind of rough. In fact, I want to take you a little bit behind the scenes, though, if you would, because this is a story of how I discovered and kind of broke through myself, of starting out completely from scratch, no money, no knowledge, no marketing experience, but I was just hungry, I don't know about your situation. I don't know how hungry you are, how bad you want to succeed, how dissatisfied you are with your current situation right now, how bad you want to break through. I don't know how ready you are. When you see your success, when you see it, how ready are you to grab it, right? I don't know any of that stuff, but I can tell you about myself. And maybe, in listening to me, maybe you can see yourself, and maybe you can see how you can apply some of the things that I used in my business that really helped me break through in a major way, how you can apply some of those principles in your business, and hopefully you break through, and hopefully you spread the ripple, because after all, that's the strategy, that's the reason why I do what I do, you know, and it's awesome. So my journey and a breakthrough, you know, how everything got started for me, and this is, you know, if I can leave you with one quote, you know, from me, and something that just kind of remember, you know, as you progress in your marketing journey, in this business entrepreneurship journey, and that is this, my friend: one single idea can make you a millionaire. One, right? You don't need a lot. A lot of people try to overcomplicate simple thing. You know, a lot of marketers try to overcomplicate and just use words and you know, and examples, and try to teach you in a way that get you confused, so you can buy more of their stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about here, but one idea, if implemented, can make you a millionaire. So just remember that. All right, here's how everything got started for me. I'm just going to go really quick to give you a little perspective, okay? And hopefully as you're listening and watching this, right, you can pick some of those golden nuggets, and then we're going to dive into exactly what I did to go from here, which is 2005. As you can see, this apartment, we had a one-bedroom apartment. I got married when I was 20 years old. You know, kids, right? But man, I wouldn't change a thing if I could go back. Absolutely love my wife to death. So we lived in this apartment here in 2005, right after I got married. Ghetto neighborhood. Man, I wanted to get out of that place so bad you couldn't even believe. You know, that's where we lived. And so in 2005, I had to borrow the money to get started in the business. And I was so fired up about this industry. You know, I'm going to be making money on the internet. I want to do this thing. I want to do this for my family. You know, I want to do this for my wife, for, you know, kids. One day we're going to have kids, right? If God gives us kids. You know, that was my why. That was my motivation in the beginning of this journey. And so I didn't have a lot of money. I was working, you know, at a banking industry, you know, but I was so fired up about this online business that I was so sure I'm going to make it. You know, I was fortunate enough, you know, to be able to, you know, find, you know, a good friend of mine loaned me the money to get started in the industry. And I got started. So I've invested my first 60 days into the business because I did not know what I was doing. I was green, right? I was promoting a business opportunity, a direct sales company in a business opportunity space. I've invested over $20,000 in different advertisement campaigns. And 60 days later, made exactly 0 sales, not a single sale. And you know, I don't know if you can put yourself in that position, if you know what I'm talking about. If not, it's difficult. You know, what I did is when I borrowed the money and when I started, I wanted to immerse myself. And so I wanted to, you know, I said, you know what, I'm going to do this, or basically it's going to be do or die for me. You know, and so I quit my job. I burned the bridges. You know, my wife didn't work at the time. I quit my job. And so here we are, we have no income coming in, and I'm totally depending on this internet marketing business to work out for me. And after investing $20,000 of borrowed money, didn't make a single sale. It was hurting. It was pretty bad emotionally. You know, I had to make a decision: do I pursue my dream, or do I go work for somebody else and try to pay the loan back? You know, and so I decided to pursue my dream. And so one thing led to another. You know, I had no plan B. You know, I don't know about your situation, my friend, but for me that was, I drew the line in the sand. I said, you know what, this is going to be it for me. There's no plan B. This either is going to work or I'm going to die trying. So I would stay up until 6 o'clock in the morning and try to understand this. And I was just fortunate enough. You know, I'm not somebody who's just like this special guy. I was fortunate enough to come across a mentor, somebody who mentored me and showed me how to do certain things in a certain way in this business. Okay, and I quote unquote got the secret. Right? What's the secret? Well, my friend, the secret is there is no secret, but the secret is this. Is you got to do certain things in a certain way. If you want to go from point A to point B very, very quickly, quicker than your competition, quicker than you have ever imagined, it's possible, okay? But you have got to do certain things in a certain way. We're going to talk about this in just a minute, okay? Now, when I started doing certain things in a certain way, when I started to apply some principles I'm going to be teaching you in this video here, within 90 days, same company that I was failing in previously, I didn't change the compensation plan didn't change, the product didn't change. I just changed how I was promoting and how I was marketing. 90 days later, I became #1 income earner in that same company. Joined another company, Later, became #1 income earner virtually almost immediately with that company. Became what's known as a super affiliate, and somebody who can drive a lot of sales for any company, anything that you're promoting. So I started promoting different affiliate products.